It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I am your host, Pat Disabato, and we are at Brother Rice High School, actually in their production studio, where I'll tell you, their TV crew here, man, does a great job broadcasting the games. And Crusaders, man, things are just flying high over here, particularly because of that football team. They are in the Class 7A state playoff semifinals. They defeated rival Mount Carmel in the quarters last Saturday here, 41-28. So now they have to head up to Wheaton. They play Wheaton North on Saturday in the semifinal. And if they win, and if St. Rita could take care of business on the other side, you could have a St. Rita Brother Rice 7A state championship. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. So 3 straight trips to the semis for the Crusaders under Brian Badke, 10 years, 70-37. They're 10-2 this year. Brian's done a phenomenal job here, man. They've had 2 under 500 seasons, but prior to that, everything else, man, they've been just outstanding. So we're going to talk to Brian Badke when we come back from this Beggar's Pizza timeout. Remember, join the Big Cheese Loyalty Program. You need a holiday little get-together? Beggar's Pizza will hook you up. We come back, Brian Badke, Brother Rice Football. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
Hello, boys. I'm a drop-dead gorgeous pepperoni sausage, hold the vegetables deep dish pizza. Just look at my cheese. Your place or mine. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, we're at Brother Rice High School, home of the Crusaders. Our guest tonight, football coach Brian Badke. What's up, my man?
Pat, how are you? Thanks
for
coming by.
Hey, man, thanks for coming on board. Year 10 of the Brian Badke era, and this is it. You're retiring after this season. But what a season so far, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's at, well, you're retiring. I said, I wish I could retire from everything.
Right. You and me both.
Right.
But you guys are at Wheaton North on Saturday, Class 7A semifinal. But before we talk about Saturday, let's talk about last Saturday and on your field, beating Mount Carmel, 3rd straight time, 6 out of the 8 appearances you've had against them. Where does that rank in memorable moments?
Oh, it was sweet. There's no doubt about it. Playing your last home game, playoff environment against a rival, and winning 3rd time in the same year. Again, it's awesome. And I was happy for our kids, our coaches. We work extremely hard and prepare these guys, and to see them execute. Obviously, the first half didn't, turn out like we wanted it to, but they, in the end, it did. Yep. And I'm extremely proud of the kids and in the program.
Was there a moment, because it is so intense, and I know you're an intense guy in the sidelines, you got a big crowd. No. Did you kind of step back and kind of like for 5 seconds allow yourself to kind of soak in that moment, or what?
At the end I did, because my family was there afterward and we took some pictures, and it kind of sunk in like, wow, this is the last home game, for me coaching here at Brother Rice, and it was bittersweet. Mickey came in from college, and it was great to have everyone there. And my wife Amy's been extremely supportive, and you got to have a supportive wife in this industry.
That's for sure.
she was so excited. She gets so nervous during the week, and she was just so excited and elated after the victory, and to be with my family afterward. It was great.
Yeah, and we got to give a shout out to Amy. We're taping on Monday, November 15th, and this is her birthday, so happy birthday to Mrs. Badke, right?
Yes, thank you.
I'll get them home for dinner soon. All right, so you're down 7-6 at the half, and Aaron Vaughn goes on a long touchdown run on the first play of the second half, correct? Right. I mean, how big was that play? I mean, you guys explode for 35 points in the second half.
Well, we knew, obviously in the first half, things didn't go our way a little bit. They drove right down the field on us defensively. We made some adjustments. Our guys, I think, settled in. We had a couple turnovers in the first half inside the red zone, which is uncharacteristic of us. And, that was definitely a big play, and set the tone for the rest of the second half. And, the guys did a really good job making some adjustments. And, we do what we do. And, Brother Rice football. And, I think our guys, executed and made some plays in the end.
And you've got some experience on that staff. I mean, today I get to run into Steve Nye, former head coach here. Great guy. You've got him on staff. And, you bring in an old baseball guy, Mike Zunica, as a special teams guy for you, man. Right. So you got two great old school type of dudes.
No, it's great. We got a great staff. And, having those guys on board, and it was really exciting to get Mike and Steve to come, back here at Brother Rice and to have Zuni, a part of it. Like I was telling you, dealing with pitchers and catchers, I'm like, you'd be perfect for a kicker, and, he's doing a great job and helping out with special teams. But I've got a great staff. Coach Kelly, Matt Kelly, our offensive coordinator, Damian Gladney, our defensive coordinator, and Coach Lacey, Coach Wilcox on the defensive side, and, offensively, Mike Berry, our offensive line coach, who used to coach my dad at Fenwick back in the 70s. Yeah. His son is actually the defensive coordinator for Green Bay Packers.
Oh, wow.
What's also cool is I got some former players coaching. Yeah. Dino Borelli, legendary quarterback here at Brother Rice, and then Patrick Hosty, offensive line, so it's great. And then Coach Randy Johnson, who's been with me ever since I've started here. So we've got a great staff and a great camaraderie, and that's a big part of it. And the kids see that too. Yeah. We have a lot of fun with it.
And they see guys coming back. They know the Brother Rice way, and they want to come back and be a part of this. After they're long gone from the program and college. That's special, man. And speaking of special, now you've been 10 years here. You were at St. Xavier for what, 12?
11 years.
11 years, and then you were at Franny, your alma mater, for 1 year.
Yes.
So you've seen a lot of talent on your sideline, on the opposing sideline. Your quarterback, Jack Lausch. And I mean, he's a Notre Dame commit for football and baseball. I mean, this guy, if he's not player of the year, someone's dropping a ball somewhere. But this kid has put up unbelievable numbers, and he's an unbelievable kid. Where does he rank?
Oh, he's definitely on top of the list. I've been very blessed to have a lot of great players over the years, and they make you look like really good coaches. And Jack makes us all look like we're really good coaches. But it's all the intangibles with Jack Lausch. He's a phenomenal leader. He deserves everything he gets because he's an extremely hard worker. Yep. As a sophomore, he had leadership qualities that our seniors, gravitated to, and our team did. And he's just a great young man, comes from a great family. Good stock, I call it. And but he's an extremely hard worker, and again, deserves everything he's had. And moving forward, his future is very bright.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He's a generational type of, not like I said, talent, but just a leader, man. Just a great teammate. He's going to go places beyond Notre Dame.
I always say we'll all be working for Jack Lausch someday.
Yep, that's for sure, man. All right, folks, we're going to go to a Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. Hey. Great stocking stuffer, a little gift card from Lisa Thomas Salon or any one of our fabulous sponsors. We come back more with Brother Rice football coach Brian Badke. Stay tuned.
At Lisa Thomas Salon, we think loving yourself and your selfie starts with the perfect stylist. That's why we've assembled an amazing team, each with a unique passion for beauty, providing the perfect combination of innovation and experience. Then adding just a little bit of fun. For hair, skin, nails, and makeup, no one does beautiful like Lisa Thomas. Because life's too exciting to settle for the same old thing. Schedule today at Lisa Thomas Salon, a Redken Elite partner with 3 area locations.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's is a trained technician and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island.
If you're suffering from physical pain, nothing else matters. The one thing that should is Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, because experience never mattered more. Serving the community for 25 years with over 90 years of combined orthopedic experience, our fellowship-trained surgeons provide individualized care to those suffering from orthopedic pain. We deliver comprehensive care from diagnostic to surgical to rehabilitative services, all under one roof in each of our locations. Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, bringing university-level orthopedic care close to home.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. We're at Brother Rice High School. This is the production studio, right? This is where they kind of do their thing here with the TV.
Right, Brother Rice, yeah, Brother Rice
Those guys
TV.
are awesome. The kids are awesome.
The orange coats.
Through the orange coats, man.
So ironically, this past weekend's game was also broadcast.
Yep.
And there was over 23,000 views.
Yeah, man, that's big time.
Right, so that, and they just do a great job. But there's kids that are pursuing that for a career and going to school for it. And, you know, Brian Barkowski started this, I think, 7-8 years ago. And, yeah, it's unbelievable. It's awesome.
And
our
kids are having
love
fun,
it.
man.
They
love
do a great job.
Yep. No, that's great, man. Good to hear. All right, so, you know, you come from a family of coaches. You know, your father was coach at St. Rita, correct? Basketball coach at St. Rita?
My grandfather was at St.
Rita. Oh, your grandfather was,
yeah.
And your father was the head football coach at Fenwick.
Correct.
A Friar, man,
Yes.
and assistant football coach at St. Lawrence.
Right.
So both of them are in the Catholic League Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Right? And, man, you got this pedigree, you got these expectations to live up to. Did you feel like a lot of pressure with this, Brian?
No, I just think carrying the torch, you know, carrying the tradition, there's a lot of coaches and teachers in our family. My grandfather, he was the head basketball coach at St. Rita, and they won the first city championship in 1952.
Wow.
And then, you know, it was funny, my dad, they lived right down the street from St. Rita.
Oh,
And
really?
he wouldn't let him go there. He wanted to go somewhere else, and he went to St. Ignatius, and they dropped football his senior year, and he finished up at Leo, my dad.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and then my dad was at St. Lawrence when they won those 3 prep bowls in a row, 3 in a row in the 70s. And then he became the head football coach at Fenwick, and then he was also the head football coach at North Central.
At North Central,
and then he worked, and then he got involved, and then he got out of it and went into real estate full time.
Quite a pedigree, man.
Yes. So I'm very fortunate, and to be able to, you know, hopefully, you know, carry that tradition.
Yeah, absolutely done a wonderful job, man. You've added to that legacy, that's for sure. And hopefully you bring that legacy to the Apex this year, man. What a way to go out. And speaking of legacy, you know, you got to coach your son, Mick. What was that like, man?
Yeah, it was great. We had some good days and bad days, you know.
Don't we all, man?
No,
right?
we do. And coaching your son is not as easy as you think. And Mick, I was proud of him. Unfortunately, you know, he got injured his sophomore and his senior year.
Yeah.
You know, and those guys last year, that senior class, you know, for what they went through was very difficult, and especially him. You know, I'll never forget that, and that was a great article you did about him. And just, you know, all he wanted to do is play, and he hurt his, knee. But it was special, and that was something I was very fortunate to be able to do. And then, you know, coaching my dad here too, that was something I always wanted to do. So I've been very blessed. You know, Brother Rice gave me that opportunity to coach my son and coach with my dad.
Yeah, and you got a 6th grader that's
coming up the ranks.
He
just won a championship actually with the Most Holy Redeemer Raiders.
Okay,
yeah, they won it here at Brother Rice.
There you go.
Yes.
So that's the next Badke we got to look out for. Your daughter's over at Marist.
Right.
Can you even say that word? Does that come out of your mouth smoothly, Marist?
I've got 2 daughters at Marist actually. Yeah, which is pretty challenging doing this job and having daughters on the recruiting trail. But it is what it is, and you know. And my daughter Bridget's a junior. She's cheerleader there, and also plays soccer. And then my daughter Lizzie is going to basketball and lacrosse.
So she's a sophomore.
She's a sophomore there.
Man,
yes.
Oh man. All right. So the big game, Wheaton North, Saturday. What do you guys need to do to pull this thing off, man?
Yeah, they're a good football team. I was able to go see them play Friday night at 8 o'clock against Willowbrook, and that could be the farthest parking lot ever to the football field.
Really?
You think Andrew's bad. This one is really bad. And but we were there. They're a good football team, very well coached, very disciplined, and they don't make a whole lot of mistakes. And but you know, that's a really good conference as well.
Yep.
You know, Wheaton Warrenville is in there, which we obviously played our week 1 in the playoffs, and you know, Batavia. You know, so that's good football, and you know, looking forward to the challenge.
Yep. There's no Cinderellas at this point right now. You're pretty legit. If you're in the semis, man, you're legit.
No doubt about it.
You're legit.
Well, it's kind of funny, you know, we look at, you know, we've always been in 8A, and we dropped to 7A, and we looked at our path to it's like, wow, this is you know, we drop a little bit, but, you know, I think the 7A was a little bit deeper than 8A, to be honest with you, this year. So,
and one thing you didn't ever drop is out of that blue.
We did not.
You did not drop.
That's something I'm very proud of with our staff. You know, where we, all 10 years here, we were able to stay in the blue, which is obviously one of the best conferences, not only in the state, but probably in the Midwest.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were very, very proud of that.
Yeah,
and,
you should be, man. That's a tough thing to be
yeah.
able to do, man.
It's a
for
grind.
10
Some years I was like, man, it wouldn't have been bad, you know.
Exactly. Well, how special would this thing be? Your last year, get to the state championship, and on the other sideline is Todd Kuska and the St. Rita Mustangs right down the street. You know, you talk about your grandfather. You know, you got
Right.
legacy there, man. So,
well, I'll never forget this story. When we were in marketing and recruiting and all the things, my first year, and I've known Todd for a long time. He was a couple years older than me. Played at Exavs.
Yeah.
You know, obviously went to St. Rita. But there was a family saying, you know, we were recruiting, and the parents asked, well, what do you think about Todd Kuska and St. Rita? And I was very complimentary, being, you know, St. Rita, my grandfather being in the Hall of Fame there and everything. And, you know, Todd spoke very highly of me, and, you know, and they said that, like, well, you know, he spoke very highly of you. And that's a true compliment to him, and that's what it should be all about.
That is.
You know, and they had a great program. Johnny Nee's one of my dearest friends. He was in my wedding.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it would be cool, you know, to be able to finish up and play against a Catholic League foe and arch rival like St. Rita in the championship. And, you know, we obviously got some work to do here for Saturday.
You don't want to look ahead, but that would bring some people.
No, I think
the Cal will
so.
be rocking
Yes.
if that's the state championship game for 7A. That's for sure.
No doubt about it.
All right, so what's next for Brian Badke? I mean, Mick's obviously in college. He's got 4 years of eligibility after this year, right? So,
yeah, you know, it wasn't an easy decision, but it's something that I think, you know, I need to do for the family. You know, Amy's been putting up with a lot, you know, the hours and everything. And I've been juggling 2 jobs, too, over the last 5 years.
Yep.
I left Brother Rice 5 years ago out of the development office to come, you know, and I got an opportunity to work for Proven IT, who's a great company. Been very blessed to let me do, you know, juggle both jobs, you know, selling and, you know, spend more time with that. And, you know, college tuitions are coming up here. I'm going to have 3 in college, you know, in the next 3 years. So, but I want to be able to enjoy family and be with, you know, watch my sons play. You know, my son play, and my daughter has aspiration playing college ball. So, you know, I don't want to miss that stuff. And it's, you know, and I've been they've sacrificed a lot. So now it's time for, you know, to be a better dad and husband. You know, that's my goal.
And you got 4 who are very active in sports.
Yes,
so, you know,
very
you
involved.
don't have the weight of being a head football coach, you know, on your shoulders, man. You could do your job during the day,
Right.
and just enjoy family time, man. And that's, you know, you don't need all that stress. People think it's fun and games, but it's stress.
Oh,
There's some
it's
stress
stressful.
involved, but
There's
it is
no doubt
awesome.
about
It's
it.
enjoyable.
But it is enjoyable when you're with, you know, great kids, you know, and you have great support from the administration and your great coaches, and you see that, you know, the families and the players that play for you, and to see them like Adino Borelli and Patrick Hosty, you know, come, you know, helping out coaching. The first guy that came up to me after on Saturday night was Marcus Jones.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it's all about. And to see these guys grow up and you know, graduate from college and do great things, you know, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know, and building that foundation for these guys, and hopefully you're a small part of that.
Exactly, man. Well, I thank you for all the years, man. I mean, not only here, like I said, you've been on the show, I think, 10 straight years, every year. And, you know, at the paper, you were always very gracious, man. Never made me wait. I was on deadline. You'd say, come on, let's talk. And it doesn't happen all the time with coaches. So I appreciate you always being accommodating through the years, man.
No, I appreciate
And you've done great work here, man.
No, I appreciate
You've left a heck
that.
of a legacy at a place with a strong legacy, that's for sure.
Well, it takes an army, you know, and we've been very blessed to have some great staff and administration, you know, support over the years, and you know, it's definitely going to be missed. You know, I'm going to miss it, but you never know. I'll be hopefully back too sometime.
You don't know, man. You never know what the future holds,
Right,
Brian.
exactly.
All right,
Thank
my
you,
man.
Pat.
Thanks
Appreciate it
again.
very
Okay.
much.
Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Good luck Saturday. All
I
right.
appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, folks. We're gonna go to an athletics timeout. When we return, talk about some games from last week, some games this week, and players of the week. Stay tuned. Athletic Sports and Orthopedic Physical Therapy is a 2,200 square foot facility that includes the latest in rehabilitation equipment, including the HydroTrack underwater treadmill. All therapists at Athletics are experienced and offer hands-on treatment for patients that require such therapy. Whether it's your feet, ankles, knees, hips, lower back, shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck, or jaw, Athletics is here to help. We at Athletics understand you as a patient have the right to choose where you receive treatment. Ask your physician if Athletics, with locations in Oak Lawn and Orland Park, is right for you. Whether you're in the mood for a Chicago-style hot dog, Italian beef sandwich, Philly cheesesteak, or charbroiled cheeseburger, Joey's Red Hots has you covered. In the mood for something lighter, Joey's Salads promises to hit the spot. Looking to cool off on a hot day or after a workout? Joey's refreshing homemade Italian ice will satisfy. Come check out Joey's Red Hots at 17400 Wolf Road in Orland Park or at 115th Street and Western Avenue in the Beverly community, where they're open until 5 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. No matter which location you visit, Joey's Red Hots promises to provide exceptional tasting food at an affordable price.
Now you can buy a car from the comfort and safety of your home. Introducing South Oak Jeep Dodge Ram Chrysler's online shopper, the most convenient way to buy a car online. To begin, start by selecting your vehicle. You'll see the Buy From Home button on every vehicle description page. Use the Explore Payment Options tool to customize your payment. Choose between lease, finance, or cash. Whatever works best for you. Have a trade-in? Get an instant value with your vehicle along with a transparent report so you know you're getting a great deal. To confirm your custom payment, simply fill out our quick credit application. And best of all, you can schedule a day and time to pick up your vehicle. Or we'll deliver it right to you. A South Oak representative will be there to chat with you throughout the entire process. We will walk you through step by step. Buying a car has never been easier. Visit southoak.com today.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggars Pizza. I'd like to thank Brother Rice football coach Brian Badke for being our guest for the final time in his career, and good luck to the Crusaders the rest of the way. Let's talk results from state playoff quarterfinals last week. In 4A, Joliet Catholic just handed them the state championship. They took down Genoa Kingston 42-7 for JCA. Aiden Voss, 5 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown. He was also 5 of 5 passing for 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jake Feldman had 2 TD catches. Jordan Anderson had a TD run. JCA is at Richmond Burton, undefeated Richmond Burton, in a Class 4A semifinal. In 7A, Rice 41, Mount Carmel 28. For Mount Carmel, Enzo DeRosa had a 16-yard TD run. Joey Thompson had a 50-yard TD run. Blaney Dowling had 26 carries for 145 yards. He also was 17 of 35 passing for 178 yards for the Caravan. For Brother Rice, Aaron Vaughn, 18 carries, 180 yards, couple scores. Jack Lausch had 26 carries, 245 yards, and 4 touchdowns. I mean, we could give Jack Lausch Player of the Week almost every week. He also had 79 yards passing. And like we mentioned, Crusaders are at Wheaton North in a 7A semifinal on Saturday. In 8A, Lockport 28, Glenbard North 22. For the Porters, Ty Schultz, 4 touchdown runs. The Porters are at Loyola Saturday, 1 o'clock. And I will make a prediction on this one. Porters are going to win that game. Marist 51, Glenbrook South 21. For Marist, Dontrell Jackson Jr., 4 TD passes. Alonzo Manning had a TD run. Jimmy Rolder had a TD run. Tyler Obrachta, 2 TD catches. The Redhawks host Maine South Saturday in an 8A semifinal. And Loyola defeated Lincoln East 3-0. Not a hockey game, not a baseball game, a football game. Our cameraman Gerard Grabowski was at that game. Trey Johnson, 14 carries, 61 yards. Charles Nevinger, an interception. For the Griffins, who just couldn't come up with that big play on offense, but the defense played spectacularly. Let me tell you about Lincoln East, though. 16 starters returning next year. They will probably be the prohibitive number 1 in the area. All right, the Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. We're going to hook up Aaron Vaughn from right here, Brother Rice High School. Rushed for 180 yards, including a 79-yarder to start the second half to help Brother Rice to a 41-28 win over Mount Carmel. We handed off his gift card, compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe, to Coach Badke. The Lisa Thomas Salon Player of the Week, Chicago Christian senior Logan Grevengode topped 1,000 kills in her career in a sectional final championship win against Beecher. Lisa Thomas Salon will hook her up with a gift card and some product. All right, folks, we're going to go to Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. When we return, high and tight.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
At Lisa Thomas Salon, we think loving yourself and your selfie starts with the perfect stylist. That's why we've assembled an amazing team, each with a unique passion for beauty, providing the perfect combination of innovation and experience. Then adding just a little bit of fun. For hair, skin, nails, and makeup, no one does beautiful like Lisa Thomas, because life's too exciting to settle for the same old thing. Schedule today at Lisa Thomas Salon, a Redken Elite partner with 3 area locations.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, high and tight, folks. Everyone has pretty much anointed Loyola the 8A state champion. And, you know, hey, they've had a heck of a season. You know, they're always a perennial power in 8A. But they've had a few games this season where they've edged teams by, 3 points or less, touchdown or less. They haven't been blowing teams out. And this Lockport team, healthy, ready to roll. I'm predicting they're going up to Wilmette, and they're going to take down the Ramblers on Saturday and get to the 8A state championship game. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.